Okay guys, welcome back to part 2 of our math lesson. We are now looking at page 370. We finished one way of looking at how we can add up the different fractions and find the mean or the average of data sets. Now the part 2 way, we're going to show how you can use order of operations to find the average. So we're going to look at it as a series of expressions, and we're going to use parentheses and brackets to separate them. So remember, we had 7 instances of 1/4 cups, 2 instances of 1/2 cups, and 3 instances of 3/4 cup. So let me get my little drawing thing. So we're going to look at 7 times 1/4 plus 2 times 1/2 plus 3 times 3/4. These are the exact same numbers that we just did in part 1, but now we're going to look at how can we do it looking at order of operations. So we put each one of these in parentheses that tell us we do those. Put them in the brackets that tell us we have to do all of that before we divide by 12 because we're following PEMDAS. And so we have PEMDAS. I don't write very well with the mouse, sorry guys. So parentheses come first, and then we do our brackets, and then we get to multiply, that's second. So first we're going to perform the operations inside the parentheses. 7 times 1/4, we know that's going to be 7/4. 2 times 1/2 is going to be 1/2, because we get 2/2. And then 3 times 3/4 is going to be 9/4. Okay, so now we add all of these together. Okay, 7/4 plus 1 plus 9/4. Well, 7/4 plus 9/4, that's going to be 7 plus 9 is 16. So we have 16/4. So 4 goes into 16 4 times plus the 1 here, so we get 5. We still get 5 divided by 12, which is 5/12. Okay, so it's the exact same way that we did the work before, only it's looking at putting it into order of operations using our parentheses and brackets and reminding you that that's what we did up here. Okay, so let me close out. Okay, so remember up here, when we did this page, we did it step by step by step, and then we added them, and we did this brackets, these order of operations. Okay, so this is looking at it step by step, and this is putting it all together into one step and saying, hey, let's use those parentheses, let's use those brackets. Okay, so it's the exact same work, which is why they use the same numbers to show you that. Okay, so let's look at example 2. Example 2 says, Rain divides 3 2-ounce bags of rice into smaller bags. The first bag is divided into bags weighing 1/6 ounce each. The second bag is divided into bags weighing 1/3 ounce each. And the third bag is divided into bags weighing 1/2 ounce. So we need to figure out the number of 1/6, 1/3, and 1/2 ounce bags. And then we're going to graph the results on the line plot. So first we write a title for our line plot, and it should describe what we are counting. So our title is going to be rice bags. And again, it's really hard to write with a trackpad. Okay, so write your title, rice bags. There you go, rice bags, that's our title because that's what we are counting, rice bags. Then we label 1/6, 1/3, and 1/2 on the line plot, and look, they already did that for us, 1/6, 1/3, 1/2. Okay, and that shows us the different ones. And then we're going to use division to find the number of 1/6 ounce. So here they gave us the number and we had to figure out what our average was. Here they give us the total. We know that we have 3 2-ounce bags and we're going to divide them into smaller. So we're doing it backwards. So now we're going to do 2 divided by 1/6 because it's 2 ounces and we're dividing into 1/6. Okay, and we know that division, we know that that means that we're going to do 2 times 6 over 1. Remember, because we keep, change, flip. So 2 times 6, because we don't need the 1, is 12. And then we have 2 times 3. Here's where that 3 came from. And that's going to give us 6. And then we have 2 times 2. Here's where that 2 came from. And that equals 4. Okay, so remember we do 2 times 3 over 1, which is 2 times 3, 2 times 2 over 1, which is 2 times 2. So then you make a bunch of x's, okay? And so with our x's, we have to make 12 x's here, we have to make 6 x's here, and 4 x's here. So go ahead and make those x's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, and then here we had 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then here we had 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. And then here we're going to write rice bags because I'm going to move where I put it because I needed to make more space for my x's. So rice bags. Okay. All right, so everybody's graph should look like mine. Okay, I just took it away. Mr. Will, if you had to pause the video or go back so that way they could see the graph, go ahead and do that. I'm going to move on to the next page, so if everybody is ready, you can go on to the next page. I'm going to do one more all together, and then you guys are going to have some time for independent practice. Okay. Page 371. Lily needs to buy beads for a necklace. The beads are sold by mass. She sketches a design to determine what beads are needed and then writes down their sizes. The sizes are shown below. Okay. So this is 2/5 grams, 2/5, 4/5, 2/5, 1/5. So here it's the mass of beads in grams. Notice that they put that in grams bit. That way we know what we're measuring. Okay. And so we think, what is the combined mass? We know that we're going to have to add all these together, but first we're going to make our line plot so that way it's easier for us to figure this out. So we have 1 2/5, done, 2 2/5, done, a 4/5, boom, boom, done, a 2/5 again, done. 1/5 they already did for us. 1/5 they already did for us. 3/5, 4/5, the second one over here. 1/5 is our last one that they did for us. 2/5, 3/5, 3/5, and then 2/5. Okay, so what is the combined mass of beads with a 1/5 mass? So we have to look. There are how many x's above the 1/5? There are 3 x's above the 1/5. So it's 3/5 or 3 over 5, 3/5 grams. So this is 3/5 because it's just simply 3 times 1. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 times 2/5, which is going to give us 10/5, which is equal to 2. Here we have 3 times 3/5, so 3 times 3, that's 9/5. And this is equal to 1 and 4/5. And then we have 2 times 4/5, which is going to give us 8/5, which is equal to 1 and 3/5. Okay. So we figured out all of those. So what is the combined mass of all the beads with the mass of grams? So we're going to skip this one because they forgot to put this here. So guess what? You get to skip one. Yay. Freebie. All right, number 3. What is the combined mass of all the beads on the necklace? So now we're going to add all of these. 3/5 plus 2 plus 1 and 4/5 plus 1 and 3/5. Okay, so we have 1 and 4/5 plus 1 and 3/5, which is going to give us 2 and 7/5, which is equal to 3 and 2/5. And then we're going to add the 2. So we're done with this and we're done with this. Now we're going to add the 2, and that's going to give us 5 and 2/5. And then we're going to add the 3/5. So 5 and 2/5 plus 3/5, and that's going to give us 6 because 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 over 5 is 1, so we get 6. So this is going to be 6 what? 6 grams. Okay. So does everybody see where we get those numbers from? How we got those numbers? Remember what we did? We did 3 times 1/5 here. We did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 2/5 here. We have 3 times 3/5 here. And then we have 2 times 4/5 here. All right, and then the last one that we're going to do all together is what is the average weight of the beads on the necklace? And for this we do 6 divided by, and we're going to divide by the total number that we have. 3 plus 5 is 8, 8 plus 3 is 11, 11 plus 2 is 13. So we have 6 divided by 13. We can't do that, so we get 6 over 13 grams. And voila, we're done. Okay, so now what I want you guys to do is I want you to spend the rest of the class period doing numbers 5 through 9. Check your answers. If Mr. Will sees that they're all correct, then go ahead and start your homework, which is 9.1 in your workbook, only the first page, 9.1. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and be done with this video. Thanks so much, and I will be back tomorrow for 9.2. Thanks, guys.